Yo, what is up, guys? EarleGamingYT come back with another video. Wow, it's been a while since I've said that, but I kind of found a game I want to do some coverage on, and it is Atlas Earth. It's a game I've been playing for a couple months now. You can buy virtual rent, and in exchange, you can make rent. You can buy virtual land in exchange that can turn into rent. And I'll do more videos on I think the next video I'll do is basically how to play the game and things along those lines. But I want to start off with the numbers one here. And in Atlas Earth, one thing that they do have is you get rewarded for being the highest landowner in that specific area. Whether it's a town, those are mayorships. Whether it's a state, it's a governorship. If it's the whole United States, it's president. Right now, that's Shaman 15 at 96,558 parcels. I wanted to go through and I wanted to take a look at where are the most expensive, where are the least expensive states, where if you wanted to go and become a governor, here are probably the states you should look at. Here are ones that probably will take a lot more money, will take a lot more time. And I know I will never reach any of these, but it's just fun to look at. So let's get into it. I have a list of all the most expensive states. I got all the states 1 to 50. We will be going over, and then I have a list of the ones that own multiple states, the ones that are governors of multiple states. I've got them listed out and like where their states rank among other states where they have multiple ones of them. But we're starting in Texas because everything's bigger in Texas. They got a slight edge over New York for number one, 26,900 parcels for the King of Queens. You'll see his name a couple times in this list because in second, the King of Queens, 26,727 parcels in New York, including, I believe he is the mayor the mayor of Manhattan, I want to say, and Brooklyn, which are two of the larger cities. And I want to go in a deep dive of which ones are the most expensive mayorships to have as well, because I know King of Queens has a bunch of those between Texas and New York. Number 3 is Pennsylvania at 26,476. So they're the third highest. So 3 states are in the 26,000s. This is Shaman 15. He is the president of the United States. We will most certainly see his name plenty throughout this list, as I believe Shaman 15 has the second most governorships in America. But when we talk about it, the states he has are more significant than the one person that has more, and we'll talk about the one that has the most in a little bit. His name doesn't pop up. His name pops up once on this front page, but most of them are on the second page. In Washington, Snowfish, which I believe Snowfish has another state a little bit later in the video as well. Down in Oregon there. But he has Washington 23,569, and these are according to and this is I tracked these on the 26th and the 27th of January. Obviously, these numbers can change. So Snowfish, he has the fourth best states in Washington, 23,569. Count Maximus, you'll see his name twice on this list, and we'll get down to him when it comes to North Carolina. 20,056 is his number for Virginia. That is the fifth most for states. Florida, number 6, open boosters. This is his one and only state. He was an early president of Atlas Earth. He's no longer anywhere close. 16,240 parcels of land, which I believe includes Bay Lake in Florida, which is Disney World. So I believe he owns the governorship of everybody who goes down to Disney World and buys the badges for that. So that's probably one of the nicer ones to have there. North Carolina, Count Maximus. This is a second and final state. He's higher up on a few other states that he's been taken over by Shaman, which we'll get into in a little bit. 15,609 in North Carolina. Good for seventh highest for states. Shaman 15 has the next 2 states, 14,820 for Illinois, which I believe does include Chicago as one of his. No, he does not have Chicago. As far as I can see, here's a bunch of mayorships, a bunch of townships, and a bunch of that. But I don't see Chicago on Shaman's list, so that's kind of interesting there. But he does have Illinois. for one of his governorships, following that up with Maryland, 14,357. So yes, Shaman has a lot of parcels of land, and they've got 6 states, and we've already gone over 3 of them. California, this is Chase's Bank's only governorship, 14,339 in California. I thought California was going to be higher on this list. I truly did. And the fact that I saw Los Angeles has a smaller mayorship number than Brooklyn kind of surprised me there, and things along those lines. There's that. Next up is Oklahoma, and this is also this person's only one there. Okie native, 13,613. And then following that up is Artorias. Their only state is Utah, 12,928 parcels. And following that up is Shaman again in Ohio, 12,667. And then we'll keep on going here. Belak, his only state is Michigan, 12,387. Colorado is Healing Pines, 11,825. Alabama, 10,774. That is Smith Lake Snake. Yeah, Smith Lake Snake. And then that leads us to the 17th most populated, or the 17th most parcels for a governor, is Snowfish in Oregon, rounding out his 2 states. Snowfish is currently 5th in the entire game, 38,218 parcels, 10,518 of those in Oregon. And the final one where you need at least 10,000 parcels, and this is where we start Stealth's reign here, where he has a bunch of the smaller states. South Dakota, 10,959. If it wasn't for Stealth, this would probably be the lowest one on the list, which will conclude the first page here with Indiana, the first one not in the 10,000 range, 9,621 parcels in Indiana for Shaman 15. We'll move on. This is the second page of states. Mr. Everything, this is his only state, Georgia, 99,610. Following that up, 9,490 for Steve 1 in New Hampshire. And following that up, Wisconsin, 9,465 for Land Emperor. Following that up, Shaman again. This is Shaman's, let's see, this one is Wisconsin. I believe this is Shaman's, I don't think this is Shaman's last one. I think actually it is. This is Shaman's last state on the list, West Virginia. All of their states are, in the top 23. And they have 6 states there with Pennsylvania, Illinois, Maryland, Ohio, Indiana, wrapping it up with West Virginia. Report My Name has South Carolina, 7,832. Massachusetts is the King of Queens. He makes his return to the list here with 2 states in the next 3. 7,800 for Massachusetts. Spiral Out is sandwiched in between 2 Kings of Queens in Arizona there, 7,374. And then we get back to King of Queens here, 7,300 in Connecticut. This is a state that I believe Count Maximus is actually pretty high in as well, and King of Queens took him over. And then following that up is the 28th highest state, Hawaii, 7,150 for the island contractors there. Island contractors only state. New Jersey, this one kind of surprised me being this low on the list. 6,041 for Ben MM. Sir Crowley has Nevada at 5,679, which one thing that kind of surprised me with that is a state with Las Vegas, you only need 5,600 for the Nevada badge. That was kind of interesting there from my perspective. That would be definitely a state where, like, if I want to go out and drop a ton of money into this game, Nevada would probably be one of those top states for me, because I would want to go and I would want to get Las Vegas, want to get Henderson, and I want to get the state. So that would be kind of that one there. New Mexico is Governor Snoopy, the only time we'll see his name on the list, 5,590. We'll follow it up with 2 Stealths, 5,150 in Missouri and 5,000 in Minnesota, with these being the 32 and 33 ranked states. Exponential Growth, 34th is Kentucky at 4,949. Maine, Blurry Shake, 4,844. We bring back up Stealth here, for the 36th ranked state, Kansas, 4,524. Idaho is 37 here with 4,054. Tennessee, kind of a surprise that it's only 3,854. Atlas Master is currently the governor of that state. Nebraska, 3,450. That is another stealth, 39th, and he also has the 40th ranked one. Iowa, 3,000. Now we get into the bottom ones here, and now you can see the cheapest ones to go and get if you're looking for governorships. Matty P currently has that, and I typed in Matty P twice. That is good. Whatever state is that I don't have here, that is the state Matty P has. I mistyped that one. That's annoying. Louisiana is 42, 2,522. Delaware, 2,500. Working on it, has that one. Plastic, the governor of Rhode Island, 2,304. Superior Mind Beats has Mississippi, 2,162. No More Soup has Alaska, 2,103. Montana is currently Kamikaze 406 for Montana. Number 48, North Dakota. That wraps up Stealth's list here. 1,884 in North Dakota. Wyoming has 1,321. That's Atlas Warrior. And the cheapest state to get is Rainbow Ultra himself has Arkansas. However, one interesting thing with Rainbow Ultra is he is more of an international player. Yes, he's based in Arkansas, but he's the prime minister of both England and Canada. He's the chancellor of Deutschland. He also has Ireland, he has Ontario, and he has Bethlehem and Nordrhein-Westfalen as minister presidents. He's also the mayor of a bunch of different states, or a bunch of different cities in Europe, like Berlin and Toronto and Montreal and Dublin. So he is more of an international player, but he has the bottom one on this list. 50th, Arkansas. I want to take a look to see, okay, who has the most amount of governorships and who has multiple. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people that are governors of mostly of the most states. And it's kind of interesting to see 7, 13, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 of 50 states are possessed by 5 different people. Stealth is number 1. However, when you look at what Stealth has for states, they are number 18, number 32, number 33, number 36, number 39, number 40, number 48. He's got 6 of his 7 states are in the bottom 20 when it comes to it. The only one in the top 20 or top 30 that he has is South Dakota, which I believe is his home state. Shaman 15 has 6. And the difference between Shaman and Stealth is Shaman has number 3, Pennsylvania, number 8, Illinois, number 9, Maryland, number 13, Ohio, number 19, Indiana, number 23, West Virginia. The King of Queens only has 4. However, the 4 he has are quite valuable. Number 1, Texas, number 2, New York, number 25, Massachusetts, number 27, Connecticut. So he has 4, but he has number 1 and he has number 2. Count Maximus has 2, but he has number 5 and number 7, Virginia and North Carolina. He's also very high up, I believe, in states like Connecticut. That was overtaken by Count Maximus. I believe he was overtaken in Maryland and Pennsylvania by Shaman. So he's higher up on some states. He's just not the governor of some states. He's still has plenty of mayorships. And then Snowfish rounds out this list with Washington and Oregon, number 4 and number 17 for him. But obviously, he's more of a West Coast guy, things along those lines. So I thought this was interesting. I want to start content for Atlas Earth over on Earl Gaming here, and this I think was a pretty interesting video to get started. Next one will probably be how to play Atlas Earth and the different things to do in Atlas Earth in order to earn Atlas bucks and in order to earn in order to buy parcels and things along those lines, and how to approach this game, strategy and things along those lines. So I will be hopefully doing more Atlas Earth content over here at Earl Gaming. But that's going to wrap it up for this one. If you guys thought this video was interesting, let me know in the comment section down below. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you guys as always for watching.